Texting and driving. Is it really worth it? Imagine closing your eyes while driving. How far can you get without being afraid to open your eyes again? How far can you get without injuring someone, crashing into something, or both? Take off your blindfold and stop texting while driving. The facts can't be ignored. Texting while driving is dangerous. On average, a person looks at their cell phone for a minimum of 5 seconds. If someone is driving at a speed of 55 miles per hour and looks at their cell phone for 5 seconds, they will have driven the length of an entire football field without looking at the road. Texting isn't limited to teenagers but involves adults as well. In a poll taken, 47% of adults admitted to texting while driving. This is very hazardous and is as lethal as driving while intoxicated. It was shown that driving and texting was 6 times more dangerous than driving intoxicated. The effect of texting while driving is comparable to having 4 beers, as stated by the National Highway Traffic Safety Association. Texting drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a crash than non-texting drivers. It is responsible for over 3,000 deaths and over 400,000 wounded. Texting while driving clearly puts lives at risk. Teenagers are not the only group of people who text and drive in the state of Florida. Florida statistics show that more than 1 in 5 experienced adult drivers send or receive a text message while driving. Texting and driving has become the leading cause of death among teenagers, with more than 3,000 teens alone dying each year. Not only is texting an issue, but now there are dozens of social media sites that teenagers spend a majority of their time on. More than 90% of teens have admitted to posting on these social media sites while driving. The measures necessary to prevent the disasters texting and driving entail are relatively easy to enforce. Most smartphones are equipped with Do Not Disturb and airplane mode settings, or apps such as Live to Text, which will prevent transmission of text messages and silence notifications. However, prevention is not limited to just smartphone users, as those using traditional cell phones take the more traditional approach of putting their phones away while they drive. In the event of an emergency in which you absolutely cannot wait to send a text message, the following alternatives are viable. You may pull over or park before sending the text message. You may make a phone call through Bluetooth or another hands-free device. And as your absolute last resort, you may wait for a red light to send the message. Waiting for a red light should be your last resort option, as you are still on the road and cannot predict when the light will turn green again. As of October 2013, a Florida law is in place that puts limitations on texting while driving. It is illegal to manually enter data into a cellular device while operating a vehicle. The fine for committing this crime varies by county. Currently, it is a secondary offense, but the law may become more strict in the future.